I've just arrived at the Kalandia border, on the Palestinian side of the Kalandia border, which is now shut. This divides the Palestinian territories from Israel. This used to be a major crossing point for thousands of people from the Palestinian territories working in Israel and then coming back. But it has been shut as a result of recent tensions. A person is said to have been killed here a few days ago as well. You can see a mural behind me. Very recognizable face of the, the patriarch of Palestine, as it were, Yasser Arafat. Lots of graffiti there about the Palestinian struggle as well. So this wall, once again, and walls, remember, are an enduring symbol as far as Palestine is concerned. And you will see many of them as we travel through Palestine and show you these pictures. But the Kalandia border has now become an emblem of its very own.
Just just the tomb.
Yes,
Go down.
Yeah, just the tomb. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're being allowed through to shoot Arafat's tomb. Lots, as you can imagine, plenty of security in this place. So, for justifiable reasons, as we make our way now into this high security area. This is where all the government offices of the Palestinian Authority are. So this is like a VIP area. We've just been given permission to enter the memorial of Yasser Arafat. We're in the heart of Ramallah. This is the administrative, commercial and de facto capital of the Palestinian Authority. Most people aren't allowed here at all, but we've decided to just make our way here because this is in many ways the kind of spiritual epicenter of the Palestinian movement. It's Friday, you can hear prayers from the mosques nearby as well and the loudspeakers. And this here is the mausoleum. What you can see behind me is the mausoleum itself. So we're going to go inside and just have a look. This is a sacred site as far as the Palestinian people are concerned. This is where Yasser Arafat, the patriarch of the Palestinian movement and struggle, still considered a man who did perhaps more than any other figure, controversial figure, no doubt, but someone who perhaps did more than any other figure for the Palestinian movement. Remember that Yasser Arafat was someone who was involved in the Oslo Accords of 1993. They were mediated by Bill Clinton, who was the US president at that time. The Oslo Accords were widely seen at that time as something which could have brought to an end, the terrible cycle of violence between Israel and Palestine. In 1994, in fact, both Yasser Arafat and then Israeli Prime Minister Shimon Peres had won jointly the Nobel Peace Prize, for the Oslo Accords, for that historic handshake between Israel and Palestine, which could have ended, decades of bloodshed and tension between the two sides. Sadly, very, very shortly after the intifadas began, each side began to blame the other for various betrayals, various divergences from the promises that were made during the Oslo Accords, and therefore, finally, at the end, everything collapsed. Things went far, far worse, and Yasser Arafat died many years later. He lived to see the tatters of the Oslo Peace Accords, amounting to absolutely nothing. Thousands have died on both sides since that time. But I think, given the many things that Yasser Arafat at least tried to do, he would be a very disappointed man, given what he's seeing today. His mausoleum is guarded at all times by a soldier. It's a mark of respect that's extended to the patriarch of the Palestinian movement by the current administration. Remember, the Fatah organization was founded by Yasser Arafat. He created that movement not just as not really as a political party, but more of as a movement, and that's why it's still called the Fatah movement. The Fatah is a political party that opposes the Hamas. The Hamas is in power, politically speaking, in Gaza. Yasser Arafat also, for quite a few years of his life, lived in Gaza City, as a matter of fact. So these two territories under, Palestinian Authority, if he lived to see this day, I sometimes wonder what he would have thought. Because the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the entire movement, has splintered considerably into many, many different pieces. Not the kind of cogent, unified force that was most definitely the dream of the man who lies here at this particular mausoleum. In Ramallah, in the Palestinian territories, Shiv, Aroor for India Today.